Hey there, Buck Bookers. It's your boy Buck, and I am here looking over the scene of another scenic overlook, and I'm going to pace back and forth on top of it until the rain starts, because it's gonna. And I'm going to talk to you about a book called 4,000 Weeks, Time Management for Mortals by, I want to say, Oliver Burkeman. So the titular 4,000 weeks refer to the lifespan of the average human being if they're making it to 80, give or take. Based on our current average, which medicine has not significantly increased. So just tuck that away for future reference. We got about 4,000 weeks to figure out what we're going to do in our lives, after which we don't have lives anymore, and then we don't have to figure out much of anything. And he starts the book talking about how he was one of those driven to achieve, self-starting overachievers that everybody seems to be looking for on job postings, but unwilling to hire. And he was monopolizing his entire life with this deranged quest for perpetual productivity, embodying the hateful and anti-humanist screed perpetuated in Deep Work by Cal Newport. Was Deep Work the good one? One of them was good. Cal Newport wrote exactly one good book, and the rest of them are terrible. But I'm not here to dunk on Cal Newport. God did that. I'm here to tell you about 4,000 Weeks Time Management for Mortals. And he starts the book talking about how that was his shtick. He was trying to accomplish everything. And he was certain that if he could just dial it in properly, if he could just figure out exactly where each time slot went, if he could just calculate precisely how to maximize his output and minimize his spending and time investment and automate all of his processes, make time for productive self-care, sync himself up to Elon Musk's horrific Freddy Krueger nightmare realm where you can work through the dreaming ring, and all of this other dystopian nonsense that is being pushed by all of those alpha male influencer Instagrams. Focus on your net worth. Stop eating anything with sugar in it. Never smile again. The mouse smiles, not the lion. Much to learn. You know what I'm talking about. So, he bought that hook, line, and sinker and made an effort to cram more and more life into his life, because that's what we're all concerned with, right? Whether you believe that we get another go-around after this, whether you believe that we have angelic choirs waiting, or we're cycling through samsara again, or what have you. Return to Mother Gaia in a sort of Fern Gully situation. Even if you believe this is it, you're trying to maximize your output here. That's what all this is about. Maximization of output, right? So, got to make it count. Got to make this life count. This day will not come again. So said Dogen, or Dojin. I don't speak Japanese. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then, our man Oliver discovered that no matter how neatly he scheduled things, no matter how logically he was able to arrange it, no matter how well organized he bought and how he got and how many binders he bought, no matter how many the rain's starting. No matter how many tasks he was able to offload to his idiot secretary or whatever, his underlings. his editor, no matter what he did to streamline his workload, to make things cleaner and easier, no matter how much time he freed up, he discovered new tasks. New things suddenly appeared that absolutely could not wait and replace the old things. And eventually, our man Oliver, took him a long time. And took him like medical diagnoses, which, I mean, if you stress yourself out like this, you're headed that way too. Did you see what happened to that ghoul who's drinking his son's blood, that Brian Johnson? Did you see that he got diagnosed with an imaginary tummy trouble now? Idiopathic, autoimmune, oh man. Not colitis, the other one. Oh, the one where it just inflames your stomach lining. God. Gastritis. There it is. Yeah. Doctors don't know. He says he's tweeting. He's like, it's a hidden disease. 2 to 5% of people have it, but they don't know because it's a hidden disease. Homie, that's stress. You have cortisol. How did that not come up in your daily blood scans? Probably because it's not your blood. Blood stealer. Grotesque little blood stealing ghoul. Yeah, he's got medical tummy troubles now. That somehow his many and varied $1 million daily biometric tests couldn't catch, slid right by him. And that's because it's caused by stress. And the stress is probably from, trying to escape death. Obsessing over looking and being and feeling as young as possible. Without, just doing heavy squats and eating real food for some reason. Putting down 150 pills a day. Surely more pills will make me live forever. The problem is we haven't had enough pills yet. Oh, my man, Brian Johnson. Not Liver King. He leans hard in the other direction. It's sort of like they're talking about the Icarus thing now, where he flew too close to the sun and that melted the wings. But if he flew too close to the sea, it would have moistened the wings enough that he'd just drop into it. That's the duality, right? The dichotomy of the Brian Johnsons, because they're both Brian Johnson. And one is Liver King and the other is that bloodless goblin who's exsanguinating his teenage son. Getting in the weeds here, though. It's all about maximizing life output, right? But no matter how much you try to maximize your time on this planet, it is finite. And if you put this undue value on every moment, if you try to optimize and be productive every single moment of every single day, if you never waste anything, if you never waste any time, because there's no time to waste, you will spend your life obsessing over not wasting time. And thus you will forget to live your life, or you'll give yourself imaginary diseases. Right? This is what happens when you go on vacation and you cram in 1,000 activities that you have to do on vacation, and you exhaust yourself, you burn out on vacation, and then you come back and you need a vacation from your vacation. And I'm guilty of this, but I do this on purpose. I know what I'm signing up for. I don't vacation to relax. I can relax at home. I like home. You just sit there, everyone leaves you alone. That's great. No, you vacation to see things and explore and to deliberately burn yourself out. So, if you burn yourself out on vacation, don't say nobody told you, because I did. You should know better. But it's not a sustainable means of recharging your batteries, is what I'm saying. You need to charge those batteries prior to your vacation. You have to establish a way to charge yourself during the living of the life. And oftentimes, that just looks like chilling out on purpose. Once upon a time, this could be accomplished by doing drugs. You used to be able to take drugs to relax. You used to be able to smoke weed and unwind. But the weed is different now. It's not that Vietnam era weed that your parents were smoking, that just made you a little goofy and giggly for an hour and then gave you a headache for 2. Bing, bang, boom, we're done. No, this new product is synthesized and eldritch. It opens portals to the nether dimensions. You will see shadow people, and if you do not see them, you will feel them. It might not be active hallucination, visual hallucination. Oh, but there will be a presence, and that's because you are inviting a presence with these unwholesome tinctures. This is what happens to alchemists. Why do you think none of those Tao immortalists made it? Same reason Brian Johnson isn't gonna chugging on that mercury. There's not enough hours in the day. And you have to dedicate some of those hours to not doing anything. Because if you try to cram everything, not only will you fail and not appreciate anything, but you will also not accomplish anything because you won't commit to anything. And that was really the big take home. That was the main thrust of Burkeman's book. When you commit to something, you sacrifice the potential to do other things, and we are terrified of that because when we live in this realm of potential, it's infinite. We could always, we could accomplish this. We could achieve all the dreams, and we will one day. Eventually, I just gotta do this first. So you spread yourself so thin, and you find all these new ways to procrastinate to avoid what really matters. Because what really matters scares you because you've tied your identity to it. And so you never give it the old college try, not really. You got too many other things going on. And when the Reaper eventually does come a-calling and you didn't accomplish the thing that you're for, you didn't achieve your purpose, and you say, oh, but it wasn't me. If only I had more time. Just a handful more sand in the hourglass, please. I was almost there. You had plenty of time. You did not prioritize it appropriately. The book is about prioritization. The book is not about maximizing output. The book is not about synergizing workflow. The book is not about that nouveau riche finance bro bullshit you see all over the social media to hypnotize you into being a, serf, because it's serfdom. I know you've seen it. I know you've seen it. It's talking about like renting a tiny home and eating overnight oats. In the gig economy, you are an indentured servant who lives in a hut and eats gruel. This is sure, there's bread and circuses coming your way, but like you have to be profoundly stupid to not open your eyes and see that. And now that you've been informed by yours truly, it's a decision that you have to make to continue to exist in that state of denial. Burkeman says you just gotta pick a lane and stick in it. Courage is the most important thing. Burkeman never says that, but I say it all the time. Courage is the most important thing. It's the only thing, because it opens the door to everything else there is to offer in life. Growth takes place outside of your comfort zone. I don't say that one. Psychology says that one. That's a little toothless for me, but it's true. So that's sort of what he's getting at here. You gotta choose what's actually important, and you gotta put your time to what's actually important to you as an individual. And this will result in sacrificing time that would otherwise go into other things. But that's okay, because they're not actually that important to you. It is impossible to have your cake and eat it too. That's why it's an idiom. That's why it's about have your cake and eat it too. There's only one cake. You gotta choose what you're gonna do with it. Such a good book. I mean it. Like, if you're one of those who think that you're just gonna get it figured out, that you're just gonna keep scheduling tighter and tighter and using the Pomodoro technique and using the active morning meditation to increase your workplace productivity and all this other soulless slave mentality crap, if this is you, read the book and grapple with your mortality and become better for it. It's so good. It's such a good book. Like, follow, subscribe, click the thing. This is a good use of your time. This is a good use of your life. Watching Buck's books. Do you know how much you just learned? You don't even need to read the book. You should read the book, but you don't have to, because I just gave you the hits. Boom. so fast, and you should be watching this at 2x speed. Whenever I watch back my own videos, I do it at 2x speed. So like that's saving even more time. There you go. Think of all the time you have for activities now. All right, until next time.